So my SS1 friends, let's continue our question. Don't forget 16 questions that we are tracking in this particular lesson. Okay, let's see question 29. This had to do with kinetic theory, gas law. Say, under the same conditions, which of the following gases has the least rate of diffusion? Emphasis, least. Which one has the least rate of diffusion? We have been given all of this. Then these are the options. So how do we do it? So this is actually coming from the topic that says Graham's law of diffusion. Graham's law of diffusion. And before we state the law, what does it say? What is the law telling us? The law tells us that a less dense gas will diffuse much faster than a denser gas. How do I mean by denser? A more dense gas. What do we mean? That a gas that has a low density will diffuse faster than a gas that the density is more. So rate of diffusion has to do with density. Now, which means we have to find the density of this one to get the answer. But that would be going to a long way. If you want to find density is equal to mass over volume. We don't even know the volume. But we can assume that say under the same condition, probably they have the same volume. We can go that way so that we can see density has a linear relationship with mass. But however, let's look at what Graham tells us. Graham tells us that the rate of diffusion is inversely proportional to the square root of density. Square root of density. So it also says that's why when we write the formula, we can write R1 will be equal to, we do like this, we use square root of density 1. Then we say R2, we say density 2, inversely proportional. The same thing if we write molecular mass, we treat them like this. This is how Graham's law, this is Graham's law. Rate of diffusion, if you have two gases, rate 1, it will be proportional to the density. It's also proportional to this. It's trying to tell us that density and molecular mass have a linear relationship. So in this question, we cannot find the density. We can just quickly find the molecular mass, and the one that has the more value, we'll consider that one as the more denser, and that one will diffuse least, and that will be the answer. So we will now use this to find it. To find CO2, how do we find CO2? We say our C is 12 plus O. 0 is 16. 60.0 is the same as 16. Then we have 2 of it. So we have that's 12 plus what? 32. What's that one? 44. So CO2 has give us 44. Let's note that. Let's see NO2. N is 14 plus 2 times S, 16. That's 14 plus 32. What does that one give us? This gives us 6 and 40 what? 46. Is that okay? Let's continue. That gives us 46. So let's see another one. We have this one. Hydrogen is 1, but we have 2 of it. Plus sulfur is 32. We have 2 plus 32. What's that one? 34. Then we have the other one. Sulfur is what? 32 plus. We have oxygen is 16. 2 of it. That's 32 plus 32. That's 64. So when we look at it, we have 44, 46, 34, 60. This is the one that has the higher molecular mass, and we can call it the higher density because molecular mass and density are in relationship. So we can say this is the much denser gas. So according to Graham say the one that has less dense will diffuse faster, more dense or more molecular mass will diffuse slow. So under the same condition, which of the following gas has the least rate of diffusion? It will be this one, option D, that has the more molecular mass. So when we look at them, this one will diffuse faster, followed by this, and this is the least. So I hope that one is I hope it is clear. So that's about that. Let's see another question. So let's see another question. So we have the equation P is equal to K over V. Illustrate what? This is question 20. He said this equation, what does it illustrate? What does it illustrate? We have to look at it. Let's quickly look at this. Yes, when we see all this gas law, we used to have P, V, and T. We have T, pressure, volume, and temperature. The two we always look at the relationship between two. You know, when we look at this, we look at is it a linear relationship, whatever. So the third one is always constant. So if pressure is constant, these two will go. If volume is constant, this and this will go. So in this case, we have P and V. We are correlating P and V, and temperature is constant. That's why you cannot find temperature here. And for Boyle's law, tell us that at constant temperature, the volume of a gas is inversely proportional to the pressure. You can say pressure is inversely proportional to volume. So this relationship is talking about Boyle's law, and that's why when you look at it, you can have that P is equal to K over V, which should give you PV is equal to constant. That's why we can say P1 V1 is equal to P2 V2, or you say V1 P1 V2 P2 is same thing. This is Boyle's law, and this is coming from this. So this is the correct answer. So let me quickly explain why it's not the. If it is Dalton's law tells us, Dalton's law of partial pressure. It tells us that if we have several gases in a container, then the total pressure is the result of the individual pressure that each gases exert. So that's why we have P total is also pressure of gas A plus pressure of gas B, and so on. That's this one. If it's Charles law will tell us that the pressure will be constant, volume and temperature will relate, and volume and temperature will have a direct relationship. That's why we have V will be direct proportional to T, and that's why V is equal to KT. That's why we have V over T is equal to K. That's why we have V1 over T1 is also V2 over T2. That's why this one is always V1 over T1. So, but that's not this. And Graham's law had to do with division, the one we just did the other time. So this wrong. This is the correct answer. So let's see another one in this series. So I'm bringing all these questions together because they relate. So I want to treat them together. So however, this one is very simple. I'm going to give you to say you can do this. Try it out. Then in the interactive section that we follow, probably a blog or on the channel, when we engage, I will treat this question. So just look at equal volume of all gases under the same temperature, condition of temperature and pressure contain the same number of molecules. This is an expression of what law? They have stated a law here. Which one? Is it Graham's law? Is it Avogadro's? Is it Dalton? Is it Boyle's law? That means you have to know what is Boyle's law, what is Dalton's law, what is Avogadro's, what is Graham. That the law has been stated. We pick one. So watch out for the next edition.